Ooh, 106.
When they got little big stars on my ankles, I drink off my bar, I go military, boy, I get the angles. Gotta upgrade the stars, I just make some hit. Got a blue cash in the pocket. She in Barclay. Count, spark 'em by the team. Drink, egg, curd, cup. Fresh it out, she on my soul. My shop is sitting in the outsole.
What's up, album? What's up, Andropolis Nation? We're here today with another Best Ball Mania 4 draft. Let's win $3 million, if I haven't already. Yo, what's up, Ghost Cards? I've seen you in my draft rooms, always sniping me. Oh man, what's up, Ghost Cards? How you doing today? How you go Arizona Cardinals? Okay, a little abbreviation. I like it. Yo, what up, Tank? How's it going? And Alex, how's it going? How's it going, guys? Good to see everyone here. We're back on the stream. You know what? Christian McCaffrey's here at 106. Let's just go ahead and take Christian McCaffrey. Kind of playing around with the exact strategy which I wanted to use in these drafts. Basically, like I've been doing a lot of analysis of like this particular chart in particular. How are we supposed to use this chart to basically draft the best possible Best Ball Mania team? Kind of what I am pulling out from this is, like, previously I was like, okay, the wide receiver market is super efficient and it drops off pretty significantly after the first few guys. So let's draft all of the elite wide receivers and then worry about running back later, because that tails off a lot slower than the wide receiver position. I'm starting to go back on that initial sort of insight, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe what this is really telling me is, since the RB line is just higher than the wide receiver line at almost every single point, maybe we should just draft the elite running backs, because the running backs are going to be scoring more anyways. Why not just draft those guys, and then we can fill out our wide receiver room as we go on. And then we want to hammer the wide receivers in this range once it crosses the running back threshold. So just a thought, just an idea. Also, maybe want to look at tight end once it crosses the wide receiver threshold. Just some thoughts, some ideas, and I wanted to test them. So that's kind of what I've been doing in my last few drafts. I drafted one at 2 a.m. last night, and it didn't feel like streaming. But we can kind of review that team in our draft today. But looks like this particular draft is going to go slightly differently than what I anticipated. Also, my rankings are technically live. They're on the Andropolis website, andropolis.com/Josh. I don't have it formatted yet, so I'm not dropping it on my Twitter or anything because I want to have it like nicely formatted. But since you guys are on the stream, I want you guys to have the first peek. It's at theandropolis.com/Josh. We are on the clock. Saquon is here. Saquon does rank pretty well in our rankings. RB6. You know what? Screw it. Let's just draft Saquon Barkley. We'll start off a little CMC Saquon. Saquon does grade out pretty well in our rankings. RB6. So I like being able to get Mr. Saquon Barkley here. We draft him right at RB7. And then when it comes back to us, maybe we're just going to go running back again and just have the most elite running back room in this draft room. It looks like 0000 also has a pretty solid draft start with Austin Eckler, Tony Pollard. CMC Saquon Barkley feels pretty solid. So we'll see, guys. Jalen Hurts goes as the first quarterback off the board. I think if it comes back to us, we're going to want to go either Derrick Henry or Mondre Stevenson, Josh Allen or Josh Jacobs, or Breece Hall. Down to take any of those guys. Breece Hall goes at the 210. That's the highest I've seen him go. I don't necessarily love Breece Hall at the 210, but I understand it. I've actually been seeing a lot more Jamar Chase 101 recently, and I do like Jamar Chase at 101. I think there is an argument for Jamar Chase 101 over Justin Jefferson. But I'm going to be sprinkling a little bit of here, a little bit of there. So we'll see. I don't love Patrick Mahomes in the second round. Patrick Mahomes third round feels a lot more comfortable, a lot more palatable. Patrick Mahomes, honestly, any quarterback second round just feels too early. I feel like you're missing out on an entire tier of players. But this next three, we like Josh Allen a lot. Josh Allen pops in like every single thing that I do. We like Josh Jacobs a lot too. Honestly, either of the Joshes. We like Derrick Henry a lot too. Derrick Henry also pops in the Week 17 calculator. He's 12 games against the Texans, and he just goes off against them. Derrick Henry ends up going. Looks like T. Higgins is sliding a little bit. I don't think I necessarily want T. Higgins on this team. All right. Looks like we're going Josh Allen. Getting our QB1 in the third round when 3 quarterbacks have already been taken is really beautiful. Goes Cards asks, but the turn, is it really considered a second? I still consider it a second. Still think that's too early. Any quarterback in the top 25, okay? If you want to be stickler. Yeah. But we'll let Tegan slide past. I think Josh Allen makes more sense for this team. Josh Allen on this team feels kind of beautiful. And we're having a Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley start. Feel strong, guys. Feel strong. That's basically like the insight which I'm pulling out. Like, if we look at the actual like points per game projections, I think I have the points per game projections in here. Yeah, we have Christian McCaffrey at 16 points. That is more than every single wide receiver. Even Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson are top wide receivers in my adjusted rankings. They're both at 15.2. Christian McCaffrey's at 16.2. Saquon Barkley's at 13.2, so a little bit lower, but he's right in the range of like all of these top wide receivers. So I like being able to get him there. We could also look at Jahmyr Gibbs, something like that. We like Eckler. We missed out on JT, Derrick Henry. Breece Hall ended up going as well. Breece Hall is also projected more. So obviously we love Breece Hall, but we missed out on him. He goes at 210. But Mr. Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, look how far they pop off the board. Josh Allen pops off here at 22 points. So we're okay, but now this is kind of the perfect range because all of our wide receiver one just like looks like it's going to fall like right to us the way that we want it to. There's a lot of wide receivers in this range that I do like. My model's favorite, let's see. T. Higgins was the top guy. Looks like it's Brandon Ayuk, Christian Kirk, this range. Jerry Jeudy pops off nicely here too as well. Who fits this team the best? Christian McCaffrey, Jerry Jeudy just goes off the board. Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Josh Allen. Brandon Ayuk is down there at 51. Maybe because Joe Mixon is our RB1, we'll go ahead and grab Joe Mixon. And then we'll just grab whichever wide receiver falls because we also have pick 54. And we like the wide receivers in this range. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to go Joe Mixon here just to lock up our RB1 in the model. And then we'll just get whichever wide receiver falls, honestly. Yeah, that feels pretty nice. We'll just get whichever wide receiver falls. Like maybe these guys do just all go wide receiver and I kind of have to get the shit end of the stick. But that's something I'm okay with because my running back room is just insane. and Joe Mixon is the RB1 in the averaged out model. In our season long, he's RB2. In our points per game, he's RB2. Josh Jacobs is our RB1 in points per game. But I trust this. I trust this. This isn't something that I've actually typically done too much. But when the market shifts so drastically, we have to also shift our strategy pretty drastically. And to get these three running backs on our team, all McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley are both bell cow running backs. And then Joe Mixon is kind of a bell cow, but he's in one of the best offenses in the NFL. So I like being able to get him. They should put up points. This is a very risk-averse sort of start because I know hyper fragile. Very fragile. Running backs get hurt. Yes, I understand that. But in a term where we're trying to win $3 million, we're betting on these guys' health. We're betting on these guys popping off. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to try to find the wide receiver next. Honestly, any of these guys I'd be fine with as my wide receiver one. Hopefully one of them makes it to us. Ayuk is the preferred play. If he makes it to us, that would be really beautiful. But after him, it's Terry. Is Terry on the board? Terry just got taken. Drake London did as well. DJ Moore, Ayuk, Pittman. Oh, Mike Evans, Big Mike. We obviously want Big Mike. Pittman's a solid play. Oh, he's definitely going wide receiver. He went 2 quarterback already. He went Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson. He goes Hollywood. Okay, so we get one of our 2 studs. I think I'd go Ayuk over DJ Moore since we already have McCaffrey. But if the pick is DJ Moore, then the pick is DJ Moore, and I'm cool with that too. But would be really nice. Oh my God, it's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. Getting Brandon Ayuk as our wide receiver 1. It's beautiful. And I'm happy to be kind of testing these sorts of builds in this range. Let's see, Josh, because this is very different than the other types of strategies that I've been trying in the past. I know you guys have been watching a lot of these live streams, but I typically haven't built my teams this way, drafting my first wide receiver in the 5th round. Usually I have 1, 2, 3 wide receivers through my first 4 rounds. And the fact that I didn't take a single one in this draft is very different than the other drafts that I typically do. So we'll see how this builds out. Loving the robust start. Yep. We're trying out some robust running back today. See how it works. Helpin says no strategies are wrong with 3 mil on the line. Anything can happen. Yes, sir. That's how we do it. I love the San Francisco players too. I think that they're going to continue to be a phenomenal offense. It literally does not matter who's playing quarterback for them. But we can get insane value in trying to figure out who their starting quarterback is and drafting them late. So maybe that's something that we opt for in this draft. But let's see. Back to this. So this is kind of the interesting point where all of these running backs are projected so much more than the wide receivers in this range. I guess it kind of evens out around here, but still almost all of these guys are gone other than Big Mike. Where's Big Mike? Is Big Mike still on the board? Big Mike is still on the board. Both Big Mikes are still on the board. Always love some JSN action. Mike Evans, Michael Pittman, Zay Jones, DJ Moore, Tyler Lockett, D-Hop, Mike Williams, DK Metcalf, Mark Cooper, Drake London. Love me some Jordan Addison as well. Dotson actually does perform pretty well against San Francisco. He could be an interesting bring back on the San Francisco guys. Saquon Barkley, that opens us up to the Rams sort of bring back options. I don't think I necessarily want to draft Cam Akers in this range. So I think one of the receivers is the play here. Or we could have a little tight end in play. Since we have Saquon, maybe we also add on a Darren Waller in the 7th round. pick what, 78. He has an ADP of 80.6. Yeah, maybe we go Darren Waller in the 7th. And then we'll try to hit on like Kamara in the 8th, something like that. We'll try that. But it looks like all of these top wide receivers are falling. Where's Deontay? Deontay is at wide receiver 34. Wide receiver 18 in the season long. Wide receiver 49 in the per game model. This is like one of the widest variances in terms of model projection, where one projects him to be a top 24 wide receiver, the other one projects him to be outside the top 48 wide receivers. So very, very wide range of outcomes for Deontay Johnson. It's funny how Deontay Johnson and George Pickens end up right next to each other, even though they have wildly different projections. One model likes George Pickens more than Deontay. The other likes Deontay more than George Pickens. So if he's here, like maybe I just have to take Deontay Johnson because he would fall 9 picks past ADP. And my season-long model likes Deontay. Okay, Deontay gets taken right there. Do I go JSN here or Mike Evans? The model loves Mike Evans. So you know what? I'm going to continue drafting Mike Evans. Mike Evans is going to get 1,000 yards like he does every single season. Mike Evans is going to suck for a redraft because you're never going to know when he's going to score points. But I think he's going to be phenomenal in best ball. There are going to be some games where I think he's just going to put up like 30 points, like garbage time, Tampa Bay. I'm assuming Tampa Bay is just going to throw the ball a shit ton. So it's kind of what I'm projecting for Tampa Bay. Doesn't matter that Baker Mayfield's his quarterback. Still going to put up points. Damn, if JSN makes it back to us, that'd be crazy. I think I'd have to go JSN if he makes it back to us. But I wasn't super comfortable with JSN as my wide receiver 2. I do like him as my wide receiver 3. My wide receiver 2 is a little bit too high for me. I'd prefer Mike Evans as my wide receiver 2, especially with this specific build. JSN's getting off the board. With this specific build where we start with robust running back, I want one of these elite guys that's done it before. Like Ayuk was wide receiver 11 last year. Mike Evans has never had less than 1,000 yards. I like having that sort of like safety and reliability for my wide receivers when I start my running back room this way. Yes, we could have taken the super high upside bet in Jackson Smith and Jigba. But I think like if Jackson Smith and Jigba hits and I drafted Jackson Smith and Jigba on this team, like the ceiling is the limit. Like this team could absolutely explode. So maybe for that reason I should have taken Jackson Smith and Jigba. But we can take those like home run swings a little bit later on. Like for example, with this next pick, I want to probably draft Darren Waller because he's got correlation with Saquon Barkley. I could also go Dallas Goedert or Kyle Pitts. I think the model likes Dallas Goedert the most. So maybe we go Goddard. Yeah, the model has Goddard all the way up here. I mean, Waller's probably going to be pretty low, yeah. But I don't trust my tight end model that much. The tight end model is pretty wonky. So I don't love the tight end model. Tua goes early. Don't love reaching on Tua. I understand why he did was to try to stack him with Tyreek Hill. I understand it. I don't think that's the right thing you should do. But okay, let's see. We probably want to go wide receiver or tight end. I mean, this is kind of that range where I was showing on the chart. Like the tight end's like it crosses the wide receiver threshold. So I think tight end is the play here. And then after we're just gonna hammer wide receivers unless it's Mr. You know who. Okay, Darren Waller gets taken. All right, we'll go Dallas Goedert then, because I project Dallas Goedert to have a pretty good week, a pretty good season, pretty good week, week 17. We'll take him over Kyle Pitts, just because we're building out a little bit of an NFC East bet as well with the Saquon Barkley Dallas Goedert little duo right there. We left Kyle Pitts on the board though. I like Kyle Pitts. I like Kyle Pitts a lot. I drafted him last night on this exact same sort of build. We'll go over that in a second. But Dallas Goedert's a guy that I've been saying from the start. He's a league winner. Week 17 league winner. He plays the Cardinals. Look at that. 3 straight tight ends off the board. He plays the Cardinals. Goes Card says chart in the Bengals points per game versus ADP would be interesting to see games played. RBs might be higher, but how many games did they play? Yeah, that's true. It would be interesting to see this chart with total fantasy points. I have that from my model. So that's something that I could do for you, Ghost Cards. Something that I could do for you for sure. But all right, back to the board. Kyle Pitts, QJ, DeAndre Swift, Jordan Addison, Jahan Dotson, James Conner. 102, 91, 102. Okay, I don't want to miss him. So I think we're just going to do a little reachy guy on Mr. Kamara. Do a little reachy guy. We do want Michael Thomas as well, though. Ooh, would I be able to swing both of them? I do also want JMO, but I don't think we're going to be able to get all three of these guys. See, this is the game that we have to play. Like, we have to balance taking the wide receiver or the running back. I think because I already have these three. See, like it's so powerful to pop on Alvin Kamara to this team as well. It feels just so strong. There are more wide receivers and fewer running back. This is such an issue. Okay, let's see. We got to game theory this a little bit. So these guys went all of these wide receivers. I think they're going to start going back to the running back well. So maybe if I take Kamara, there's going to be a higher likelihood that Michael Thomas makes it to us rather than taking Michael Thomas here, because this guy has one running back. This guy has two running backs, one running back, zero running backs. I think Kamara is the play at this specific pick. And then we're going to hope for Michael Thomas to make it back to us at 102. So let's go ahead and take Alvin Kamara. If someone takes Michael Thomas, that's okay. There's other places that we can fill out the wide receiver room, but Alvin Kamara's do not grow on trees. I will take Alvin Kamara as my fourth running back. It feels good to have that running back room. And then we'll only grab one more running back, and that'll be in the 17th or 18th round. So that running back room is just like the most stacked running back room I've ever seen. Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Only guy we missed out on was Josh Jacobs for our top running backs. But with Ayuk and Mike Evans, oh my goodness, we would love Zay Flowers. What other bringbacks we got? Alan Lazard is pretty solid in the rankings. Odell just performs pretty well late in the season. Could add a little Juju guy. Zay Jones, Jacoby also both perform pretty well. Zay Flowers just got taken off the board. You're in the office, baby. Who you gonna take? We got two more spots to fade. 2 more spots. Always got to do. Survive 2 more spots. Oh, is he gonna time out? That would suck. Oh, he takes Odell. Oh, come on. Don't do it, Tweeber. T. Weber. Come on. T. Weber. Oh, don't time out. Oh, that'd be so whack. Okay, looks like we're going to have to go Alan Lazard because he's going to time out and take freaking Michael Thomas. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's go. We got Michael Thomas. Okay, this could be in contention, guys. This could be in contention. This could be it. So far, our team, we got Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara, Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans, Michael Thomas. Ghost Cards says, I would have taken Thomas from you. Well, thank God you're not in this draft, Ghost Cards. Because this one feels like it could be it. This running back room is insane. This wide receiver room is pretty wild. I have Josh Allen. I have Dallas Goedert. Pretty strong across the board. And then now, definitely just going to hammer wide receivers. Hammer wide receivers down the rest of the board. Try to build in some correlation. I like the Rondale Moore bet. We don't have a Detroit, Dallas. We have some San Francisco. We could look at some Washington. We have New York Giants. We could look at the Rams. Cincinnati. We could look at Kansas City. New Orleans, Tampa Bay. Philly, Arizona, Buffalo, New England. Let's see. Steven always in here with the MT sucks. I love it, Steven. I love the hate. Could look at Alec Pierce. MVS has a little spike week potential. DJ Chark, Marvin Mims, DPJ, Rashid Shaheed. Could even look at like Jaden Reed, something like that. Tyquan Thornton offers a little bit of upside. Curtis Samuel, I do like. Hodgins could be something. Paris Campbell, I always draft Paris Campbell. I don't know why. John Mechie is something interesting. Could look a little stacky boy with like a Khalil Shakir or something like that. Hunter Renfrow is an interesting option. Definitely need Devontae Parker on this team. Jalen Hyatt's a nice little option. Wan'Dale Robinson I do like as well. Who's the quarterback that we said we were potentially going to look at? We could look at Mr. Derek Carr because Derek Carr tends to go off when he plays the Tampa Bay Buccaneers throughout his entire career. We could look at Derek Carr as our second quarterback for the Michael Thomas stack. We could even look at like an A.T. Perry, something like that. We could also look at like a C.J. Stroud, maybe stack on some of his receivers. Obviously want Mr. Leonard Fournette. We could look at like Isaiah Likely as our second tight end. I also would like what's his name? I also would like Jake Ferguson as a second tight end for us. Could even look at like Michael Mayer. Oh shit, I'm on the board. Let's see. Juju is the pick. Didn't even realize I was on the clock, but Juju falls right into our lap. If Sky Moore makes it to my next pick, I will take Sky Moore because Sky Moore is someone that I anticipate kind of making a big step this season, but I think I needed Juju because Juju offers a little bit of that safer floor because, like I said, for having this sort of like running back start, we just need safe floors from our wide receiver. We just need consistent, solid floors with potential boom weeks. Ayuk, Evans, Thomas all offer that sort of spike week potential. Juju even a little bit as well. We've seen what he's been able to do as a second or third wide receiver. But my preferred options at this next junction, obviously Sky Moore if he falls. If not, then it'll be Zay Jones or Jacoby Myers. I think Zay Jones offers some unique upside that is kind of being slept on a little bit. My model loves Zay Jones. Has him graded all the way up here at wide receiver 20. I do think that that's going to come down because of the introduction of Calvin Ridley to the offense. But I still think he has some spike potentials, maybe some 2-touchdown games. Because Trevor Lawrence likes to throw to him. Trevor Lawrence likes to throw those deep balls to Zay Jones. Zay Jones is pretty good at going up to get it. So Zay Jones is probably the preferred option. Maybe I could even add on like a little Dalton Kincaid on this team. Because Dalton Kincaid just has that like undeniable upside as a tight end. And because our team already feels pretty solid. So maybe when it comes back to us at 139, if Dalton Kincaid's still on the board, we will go for Mr. Dalton Kincaid. But T. Weber leaves Zay Jones on the board for us. So we're going to go ahead and click Zay Jones right there. Feels pretty nice. And then when it comes back to us, we'll take one of Rondale Moore or Dalton Kincaid. I like both of them. If they both get taken, it would be a little bit interesting. We could add on like a Kendre Miller. I did that last night, and it felt pretty good. It did feel pretty good to stack Kamara and Kendre since they both go so late, and I do like this New Orleans offense. But I think I'd only do that if both Rondale and Dalton Kincaid are gone. But this team feels pretty good already. I'm pretty excited for who did QB19 get taken off the board. Oh, Derek Carr got taken. Derek Carr did get taken. Did he take? Oh, wow. Okay. So out of what slot was that? Out of the 4th spot, he took Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and then he also took Derek Carr. Very interesting sort of build. It feels like a donation from Mr. You're in the Office Baby. Because I do not believe that that is the optimal way to play this game. I think for Best Ball Mania, you don't want to be spending 2 elite picks at the quarterback position, especially in the top 3. Feels kind of wild. But you never know. Nobody has the right answer. Maybe he can spin it. I guess technically I could have had the Diggs Josh Allen stack, but we're going with McCaffrey. We're going with McCaffrey. Oh, did what's his name get taken? Rondé Moore got taken 11-9. All right, we're gonna hope for Dalton Kincaid to fall to us. If it's not Dalton Kincaid, we'll take Kendra. If Kendra gets taken, if both of them get taken, we'll go probably Van Jefferson. But probably for our bring back option for Zay Jones, it'd be nice to get DJ Chark. So we'll see. Let's see. Leave Dalton Kincaid for me, please. Caleb plays FF. He is the A-Rich JT. Aaron Jones, Rashad Penny, Jarrett McKinnon, Stephon Diggs. He takes Kendra. I'll take Kincaid. Ah, damn, that hurt. Yeah, Kincaid, he's definitely a risky pick. But it feels nice to stack him on with Josh Allen. And what if he gets used like a slot receiver? What if he gets 100 targets? He'd be a smash at ADP if he gets 100 targets. I know that that's an unlikely outcome, but it's definitely a non-zero chance. They drafted him in the first round. He had over 100 targets in college, so like it's not like he's never done it before. They drafted him because they thought he was the best offensive weapon on the board. So they've been looking for a slot receiver. Isaiah McKenzie couldn't get it done for the slot for them last year. They saw some flashes from Khalil Shakir, but he's not necessarily a super reliable sort of target. He wasn't a massive targeter or anything like that. Dalton Kincaid could be that guy. But I'm glad getting our two tight ends out of the way. We can kind of unclick all the rest of the tight ends. We're not going to look at any of them anymore. And we're just going to hammer wide receivers, like I said. We're going to look at one quarterback later. Maybe I'll look at like a CJ Stroud or like a Ryan Tannehill. I don't love any of these other options. Matthew Stafford does typically go off against the Giants, so he is an option as well. And that would open us up to like Puka Nacua, something like that. So maybe Matthew Stafford is the pick here, because he could probably fill in pretty valiantly for Miles Stafford gets sniped. That's okay. So we don't have Jacobs on this team, so maybe not Alec Pierce. I'm going to go a low reachy guy on DJ Chark. Just because I think DJ Chark, he's a solid bring-back option. And we were talking about this on Twitter, but DJ Chark, revenge game, gets Jacksonville, week 17. Amato actually doesn't hate DJ Chark either. DJ Chark does grade out pretty well. Wide receiver 65, wide receiver 54 from a points per game perspective. So not terrible. Adam Thielen is right there as well. So I think Adam Thielen got taken, though. Adam Thielen did not get taken. Maybe if it comes back, we could just go Carolina. Maybe add like Bryce Young. That's an option as well. I don't necessarily like drafting rookie quarterbacks, though, because they're unpredictable from a fantasy scoring perspective. But maybe that offers us some upside. Darius Slayton's a nice little option. I do like Jalen Hyatt as well. Russell Gage, Matt Collins, Nick Westbrook-Akine, Wandale. They're all like in this range. Kendrick Bourne is here as well. Sterling Shepard, Paris Campbell. They're all like around in the same range. Kind of interesting. Olamide's Marvin Mims got stolen. I wanted Marvin Mims. That was going to be my rookie wide receiver. Maybe our rookie wide receiver will be like Jalen Hyatt now, because those boys got taken. Let's see. We're going into the 14th round. 14th round, we're at 1-4-6-2. We're probably going to want to finish at a 2-5-9-2. I did that last night, but 2-5-9-2 does seem like the optimal play here. There's nobody else down here really that I envision having a phenomenal. Donta Foreman could have a phenomenal week 17. So he's an interesting option because Donta Foreman, whenever he plays the Falcons, he shits on them. So he's an interesting option. Kyler Murray was someone that I was also going to suggest, but he got taken. I think if Alec Pierce slides all the way to us, I think we just take Alec Pierce. I think Alec Pierce in the 14th is just like way too late for him. But it looks like the quarterbacks are flying off the board. Maybe we'll go quarterback in the 15th round. Interesting. Very interesting. We could also go. Oh, Purdy probably gone. Purdy is gone. Model doesn't hate Sam Darnold, actually. Sam Darnold would be really interesting if I ended up taking him. All right, I'm going to take Alec Pierce. He falls too far. Falls around past ADP, and I don't think Alec Pierce is a player that should fall around past ADP. Alec Pierce is a second-year wide receiver. He hit all the thresholds that you want from a rookie wide receiver, and the offense should be better than last year. And now he's getting drafted the same spot that he was last year. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'll be drafting a lot of Alec Pierce. I like Alec Pierce. Think he's a pretty solid player. What are you getting? Your what? Oh, nice.
I'm gonna go this
LePain? Okay, have fun. Okay, Alec Pierce is off the board. You know, a nice little option, like a little bring back option on Joe Mixon. We could add a little Richie James, something like that. Richie James would be a nice little option. How many receivers do we have? We have 7. I think we're going to want to add. All right. I don't really want TPJ. I don't want Rashid Shaheed on the team anymore. Just we have Michael Thomas. Jaden Reed could be an option. Curtis Samuel. Hodgins, no. Paris Campbell, maybe. Mechie, maybe. Khalil Shakir, no. Hunter Renfrow, no. I think Devontae Parker, Jalen Hyatt are going to be the preferred picks. Maybe Richie James. From the quarterbacks, I don't want Howell. Stroud is interesting. Mac Jones is pretty interesting as well. Because we do have Juju, and we're going to add on. We're going to add on what's his name? Devontae Parker. Trey Lance. How do you guys feel about Trey Lance, Brock Purdy? Who's the San Francisco starter this year? Curious what all you guys think. Damn, do I just go Jaden Reed as my rookie wide receiver? I said I was going to go Jalen Hyatt because that Green Bay offense is very unpredictable. I could see Jaden Reed leading them in targets. Jaden Reed was drafted higher. A lot of interesting things going for Jaden Reed. And he's here for us past ADP. I don't have any Minnesota or I have no Minnesota on this team. So Jaden Reed doesn't fit this team. I'm not going to take him, even though he was interesting. Curtis Samuel's an interesting one too. Especially with the bring back on McCaffrey, Ayuk. Does Curtis Samuel have any sense? It's being slow right now. It's been very slow. We're on the clock. Jaden Reed ends up getting taken. You know what? Let's go Curtis Samuel. That's not good. Good. I hit the button a few times. Okay, looks like it gave us Curtis Samuel. My computer's being very slow. It's freezing. Got too many tabs open, too many things running. Let's go ahead and refresh this really quick. Because this is being kind of annoying. I'm going to keep it open on my phone just in case as well, because I need to close this this draft out optimally. It feels like it's pretty optimal at this point. Right now, our quarterback is Josh Allen, running backs Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara. Our wide receivers are Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans, Michael Thomas, Juju Smith-Schuster, Zay Jones, DJ Chark, Alec Pierce, Curtis Samuel. And our tight ends are Dallas Goedert and Dalton Kincaid. We're going to probably add on one more wide receiver. This card's empty. Bringback is staring you in the face. I do not want a Baker Evans stack build out. Can you guys hear me? So slow. God damn it. Is it good now? All right, looks like we're back. Ghost Guard says Vince Gage with an empty bringback is staring you right in the face. I do not want to stack any Bucks players. They're going to be terrible this year. I do not want any Bucks stacks. So I'm okay with just a naked Mike Evans, just to bring back on Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, because every single year the Saints shit on the Bucks. So do not give me any. I do not want any of the Bucks. Do not want any of the Bucks other than Mike Evans. Mike Evans just goes too late. Mike Evans catches all the shade, and we're gonna take advantage of that inefficiency right there. But I think we're gonna want to go. It looks like Rashid Shaheed is a massive faller. But I already have the Michael Thomas. I don't want to bet on Rashid Shaheed. I don't want to double down on that bet. Different way I want to play it. I could go Hyatt. I didn't have any bring back on Saquon. And Hyatt could be pretty interesting against a Rams secondary that is absolute garbage. Hyatt or Devontae Parker? Which way do I want to go? I think I'm going to go Mac Jones first. And then, so 16, 17. Okay, good. I have 3 picks left. I was going to say, because I need Lenny on this team. Lenny's necessary on every single one of these teams. And then we'll see who we're going to take in the 18th round. Our 18th round pick is going to be our wide receiver. We're going to go Mac Jones here, and then we're going to go Lenny 198, and then either Devontae Parker, Jalen Hyatt, Wandale, or Richie James, whichever one is there. Could also do Darius Slayton. It's honestly just whoever's there. Give me Mac Jones. Ghost Card says the way I look at it is you should be willing to draft the QBs for your first 3 wide receivers drafted. I don't think that's necessary. Because that means Josh Allen isn't going off if I need one of their scores. And if I'm taking Josh Allen in the 3rd round, I need him to go off all year. Need him to go off in every single game he plays in this year. Because that's what I'm betting on. That is literally what I'm betting on. So give me Josh Allen. But we get Josh Allen, Mac Jones. I know there's points of contention with drafting the same quarterback as or drafting 2 quarterbacks in the same game. I think that's none of that matters. People just like to overthink things, and none of that matters at all. And then I think I want to close this room out with Devontae Parker. I think he feels the best. If Devontae Parker gets taken, we'll go Richie James bring back on Joe Mixon. Uh, 198. Zamir White would be pretty interesting if Josh Jacobs were to hold out. But I think I'm definitely going to go Lenny. Leonard Fournette's going to be our bring back on Joe Mixon. It's the Leonard Fournette Joe Mixon bring back. Because my prediction is Leonard Fournette signs with the Kansas City Chiefs. And Leonard Fournette on the Kansas City Chiefs. Where would his ADP go, guys? If Leonard Fournette signs with the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow, where does his ADP end up? by August because he's firmly at ADP 200.6. Firmly. Like it's not close. He is firmly at ADP 200.6. Where do we think he ends up in ADP if he lands in the Chiefs? Where are you guys comfortable drafting him if he lands in the Chiefs? So it looks like Devontae Parker got taken. That's unfortunate. The reason I wanted Devontae Parker is he always goes off against the Bills. He's a great bet against the Bills. D-Hop is also a great bet against the Bills. That's why getting like D-Hop on this sort of team would have been pretty powerful. But D-Hop didn't make it to us, so we took Ayuk, and I love Ayuk. Ayuk is the boy. Slayton gets taken. So let's end up getting Lenny here as our 5th running back. Alex says Pacheco goes 82.5, so I'd have Fournette right there. I think Leonard Fournette would definitely leapfrog Pacheco, and Pacheco would get pushed down. Love Lenny. I think either Lenny or Zeke ends up being a goal line back somewhere. I completely agree. So we end up getting Lenny 17th round for an absolutely stacked running back room with Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara, Leonard Fournette. That is wild. Josh Allen, Mac Jones, Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans, Michael Thomas, Juju Smith-Schuster, Zay Jones, DJ Chark, Alec Pierce, Curtis Samuel, Dallas Goedert, Dalton Kincaid. We'll close it out with either Wanda or Richie James. I think Wando's right there. Richie James at 76.5. He's pretty high in the points per game, though, 59. Wandale's at 78.65. Could go either one. Russell Gage is a nice little option, too. Is anyone else available? I think Chase Claypool's there, right? Yeah, Chase Claypool's available. Josh Palmer's available. Mac Hollins, Nick Westbrook, Akine. I mean, I think the 2 bringbacks are Wandale. Wandale's a little stacky boy. And then there's a bringback in Richie James as well. I think we just did the Lenny bringback. We could also go a little Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is a little interesting one too, because the report is they want to use Puka like their own what's his name, like their own Debo. So would be pretty interesting to pop on a little Puka on this team. Act a fool. Jeff Wilson. I think if Wando makes it to us, I think we just take Wando because I like Wando. I think Wando's a solid player, and him going 18th round, I will take him here. That's gonna do it, guys. There's our roster. Josh Allen, Mac Jones as our quarterbacks. Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara, Leonard Fournette as our running backs. Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans, Michael Thomas, Juju Smith-Schuster, Zay Jones, DJ Chark, Alec Pierce, Curtis Samuel, Wando Robinson as our wide receivers, and Dallas Goedert, Dalton Kincaid at tight end. Let's see what the chat said. I have a feeling Kansas City will use as much of CEH as they can in his last year. Save your young running backs for the playoffs. I could see something like that too. I don't think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to get used like a ton. I think they'll maybe give him like 100 to 150 carries and a few targets here and there. So he's going to return value at 18th round ADP. Right now, I'm just taking all of the Leonard Fournette. So I will wait until Leonard Fournette signs somewhere before I take more CEH. Reminds me of Evans versus Connor a while back. Yeah, a little bit. But I think in this scenario, Pacheco would be the Edmonds and Lenny would be the Connor. Love Lenny. I think either Lenny or Zeke ends up being goal. We already went through those. Thanks, Tank. Appreciate it. I'll catch you on the next one, too. That's going to do it for me, though, today, guys. Really appreciate all of you joining the stream and supporting me. Again, all of my rankings are available at theindroppables.com/Josh. I'm still finishing out my actual, like the way it's going to be formatted. I'm going to pop on like their projected points, all that fun stuff. That will be available on the website very soon. But if you want to just look at how I have all of my players ranked out from the model, they are on the website. So please go check it out. Please subscribe to the Andropolis YouTube page. Hit that like button. And follow me on Twitter at Joshua J. Hyun. It's right there on in my name tag. I'm going to be posting insights all off season long. So go ahead and support me. And I'm going to keep doing this. Going to keep doing this for you guys all off season long. And we're approaching August. We're approaching the season, and I can't wait. I'm so excited to split some of these teams. I hope some of them make the finals. That would be super, super fun. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Really appreciate you all joining the stream, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.